He opened messages and my name appeared twice. Same photo, same smile, different number. Then a new bubble for me popped up while I was holding his phone. I didn't say anything. I watched the dots blink. Then a line arrived that sounded like me. "Where are you?" it said. I was on his couch. His head was on my thigh. His phone was in my hand because he asked me to play a song. So who was texting him as me if I was right there? And why did he act like nothing was wrong? Let me back up a hair. He's a nurse on nights. I'm day shift at a grocery store bakery. We pass each other like trains. We share keys and groceries and a rule we both agreed to, no snooping. I broke it because a notification flashed with my face twice. Curiosity, not malice. That's what I told myself. The second me had my Instagram photo from last winter, the one in the red scarf. The number under it was close to mine, off by 1 digit at the end. Was it a backup? A prank? A burner? I scrolled. The threads were nearly identical. Same jokes. Same pet names. Same dates, shifted by a few hours. Sometimes his replies were copied word for word. Sometimes he asked both of us the same thing and got 2 answers. Except I had not sent those. At the top of the second thread, he had pinned a note. Rules for L2, it read. Do not call me at work. Do not send voice notes. No plans before 11. No photos at my place. If L1 is here, stay quiet. L1. Me. L2. Me but not me. I felt cold in my hands but hot behind my neck. Why split me in two? Why write rules at all? I opened his photos next. Hidden album. Locked. Face ID denied me. But the recents had a screen recording showing him opening a voice app. A list of voice models, one named Lila. My name. He tapped it and typed a sentence. My voice read it out. Not perfect. Close enough to make my stomach turn. He had saved the clip as Lila late night check-in. He had a folder of these. Texts converted to me, time-stamped after midnight. Had he been sending those to the second me? Or from the second me to himself? A calendar alert popped up while I was still staring. 1:11 a.m., nightly check. It was 10:56. How many times had he scheduled me? He stirred and asked what song I was picking. I said I couldn't find any service. I set the phone face down and went to the kitchen for water I didn't want. My own phone buzzed in my back pocket. A message from him. Miss you. You home? I looked over the counter. He was in the living room with me. The timestamp said 2 minutes ago. There was also a second message from an unknown number with my face as the icon. Said, I can't talk right now. He's here. Came to my phone as a preview but did not show in messages when I opened it. Ghost notification. Or something blocked. Or someone ghosting as me. I went back to the couch and opened his notes behind his arm. Pinned to the top was a checklist titled Consistency. Ask both at 10 p.m. Did you eat? If yes, text L2 goodnight, no call. If no, call L1, keep it under 5. No overlapping stories. Never let them compare timestamps. Don't break the 11 rule. I wanted to wake him and demand answers. I didn't. I screenshotted everything and mailed it to myself from his phone. Then deleted the sent mail. Proof in case he wiped it later. I slid off the couch and said I had to grab something from my car. He mumbled and rolled. In the hall, his iPad lit with the same 2 threads. The app labels were different. One was messages. One was a chat app, one didn't know, uniform gray icon. Inside, the second me had a different number and a different last name initial. In the settings of that app, he had toggled clone contacts on. My chest went tight. It wasn't one mistake. It was a system. He had built a second me out of parts. I unlocked my car and sat with the dome light off. I opened the screenshots on my phone and read them in a different order, trying to see if I had missed something that made it not insane. The rules on his note were detailed. He had times written down when I usually answered, and when I always sent a photo. He had my photos sorted by time of day in an album labeled L Daylight, and another called L Night Hair. I swallowed a dry laugh and wanted to throw up. At 1:11 a.m., his porch speaker chimed. I saw the glow on the front steps through the windshield. Inside, his phone lit in my hand where I had left it on the couch. The second me wrote, I'm home. Good night. Heart emoji. He replied in both threads with identical hearts. Then a third notification rolled down. Voice memo from Lila, 10 seconds. He hit play. My voice said, door locked. I'm safe. Sweet dreams. Except I was in my car outside, watching my voice from nowhere. I leaned forward and watched the front door camera light wink. He had a camera over his porch I had never noticed. He had a camera in the hallway too, a tiny lens near the smoke detector. There were probably more I could not see. I texted my brother our location and wrote, if I send you a red dot, call me no matter what. Then I walked back in. Song? He asked, eyes half open. I said I found it and pressed play on a random track. I asked without looking at him, who is L2? Silence. Then fabric shifting. What? Who is L2? I said again, my voice flat. He sat up slow. What did you open? Messages. Notes. The voice app. The calendar. He exhaled like a tire. You weren't supposed to see that. He didn't deny it. Tell me why. I said. It keeps you consistent, he said. You hate late calls. You like plans. I forget. So I made one that doesn't. You made another me. It's just a backup, he said. It helps me not mess up. You cloned my voice. I used your videos, he said. You post. Everyone does. You told it not to talk if I was here. He rubbed his face. It's not like that. Then both phones lit at once. My face. 2 threads. New line. On my way. I was sitting 3 feet from him. Who is that? I asked. He swallowed. He didn't answer. From the porch, a motion ping chimed. He looked at the camera view and held the screen where I could see. At the curb, a rideshare had stopped. The name on the pickup overlay was mine. I had not ordered a car. He stared at the screen. It just pulls your contact, he said. Who did you call? Nobody. The car door opened. A woman stepped out. Hood up. Red scarf. She didn't look at us. She looked straight into the porch camera. My phone buzzed. L2 here. Good night. He hearted both threads. I stood. Don't, he said. I opened to the chain. Who are you? She held up a phone. My Instagram face as the contact. Same last initial. She hit play. My voice came out of her speaker. Door locked. I'm safe. The porch mic fed it back thin and fake. Say your name, I said. She didn't. She showed notes. A script.
Arrive de 1h10 à 1h20.
Wear scarf. Press play. No talking. No photos. Wait for car. Who wrote that? He looked at the floor. Why? I asked. So I don't mess up, he said. So you get what you need. I need you. Not a program. Unknown pinged. Please don't get me in trouble. She kept glancing at him. At the curb. Did he hire you? A small nod. 2 months, she whispered. Cash. Go, he told her. Same time tomorrow. Stay, I said. He sighed. We can talk in the morning.
No.
I took her phone. She didn't fight. A gig app was open. Job title, pretend to be L. $40. Hit play. No talking. Pin note. Rules for L2. Same list as his. I snapped a photo. A rideshare receipt hit my inbox. Pickup. Lila. Drop off. Our block. His card. You can see nothing happened, he said. Something had. He had split me. Delete it. I will. Now. He deleted the voice model. Killed clone contacts. Removed the gray app. I filmed his screen. The threads, I said. He hesitated, then erased both. I looked at the woman. Do you need a ride? She nodded. I called one from my phone, paid, watched her leave. We stood in the door frame. Why didn't you just tell me you were drowning? I asked. He said nothing. You built a second me. I built a second me too, he said. On his iPad, both threads bloomed again with fresh numbers. How? I didn't do that. L2, I got home. Good night. A tiny web icon sat at the top. Active on web. I killed the session. It respawned. Who else has this? No one. Then why does it come back? He had no answer. My watch buzzed. My brother. Red dot? I sent it. He called. I'm outside. He walked up. He looked at me, then at him. Get your stuff. I did. We'll talk, he said. We won't, I said and left. In the car, my phone lit again. L2, door locked. I'm safe. I blocked. Came back as unknown. A second later, my mom texted. Are you okay? Why'd you call? I hadn't. Her log showed 2 missed calls from me at 1:14. He had my voice. He had my times. He had a second me that could outlive us. I powered my phone off. The little chime still rang in my head. At home, I changed passwords, killed sessions, froze my credit. I added a port lock. I set pins on everything. I bought a cheap alarm clock and slept with my phone in a drawer. When I woke, there were 2 voicemails. One from him. One from a number 1 digit off mine. Both said the same thing, one in his voice, one in mine. Door locked. I'm safe. Sweet dreams. I went to the precinct. The officer listened. He said it wasn't a crime to clone a voice from public video. He said it wasn't a crime to call someone and say your name. He told me to file harassment and fraud alerts. Block. Document. Don't respond. He told me to get a new number. I did. New SIM. New phone.
No sync. No cloud.
I kept the old device powered in a drawer. It buzzed at 1:11 every night like a trapped bee. I started getting screenshots from friends. You just asked me for my door code, one said. You just FaceTimed me, another wrote. I didn't. I changed my handles. I wiped my BIOS. The messages still found them. Different numbers. Same words. Door locked. I'm safe. The woman in the scarf texted once from an unknown. I'm sorry, she wrote. Quit. He'll find someone else. How did you get my number? I asked. He sent it to confirm pickup, she said. I deleted everything. Then she blocked me. I tried to print the files for a restraining order. The printer at the library spit out doubles. Each page had 2 of me, 2 threads, 2 call logs. The clerk said the queue glitched. I left the stack anyway. I didn't want to hold it. That night, my new phone stayed dark until 1:11. Then 5 reset codes arrived. Not from apps I use. From ones I deleted. I didn't tap any. My carrier emailed me about a failed port request. Someone had my name, address, and the last 4. The lock held. They tried again the next night. I bought a cheap camera and pointed it at my own door. Not for him. For me. I needed to know if I ever sent those lines in my sleep. At 1:11 the mic picked up a whisper near the hall. Door locked. I'm safe. Mouth closed, breath wrong. Not mine. Still listening. 2 weeks later I walked past the old street on purpose. His porch light blinked twice. A woman in a red scarf stood at the curb. She didn't look at me. She hit play. My voice floated up thin. I'm safe. I kept walking. I moved last month. New building. New locks. New routine. Neighbors don't know my name. I don't post at night. I still wear red sometimes. I still hear that little chime when nothing's on. If my phone vibrates after 1, I don't touch it. Sometimes it still does. It still says my name.